day to get down to the beach, even if it is a little bit on the chillier side for Floridians to get there. But it is a little bit muggy outside, especially in northern portions of the state where we are seeing the chance for severe weather moving through the day tomorrow. Getting pretty humid here in Tallahassee. You definitely feel the air as you walk outside. It's a little nicer as you head towards more southern portions of the state, but you still may be feeling the humidity a little bit. It's not the driest weather out there. It is April now, though, in Florida, so it is something to be expected. Our wind speeds across the area, pretty gusty here in Tallahassee with a wind speed there of 20 miles per hour. Even out towards Orlando and Miami, getting in on those double-digit wind speeds. So if you walk outside, might get a gust here or there that'll make you want to hold onto your hat or blow your umbrella inside out if you need to use it. So do be prepared for that. And we do have that rain again for northern portions of the state. Pretty much anywhere farther to the north of Tampa, you're going to start getting in on the cloud cover. The Panhandle has some rain moving through this evening, so it's not the best going out weather in places like Tallahassee or going to the beach somewhere like Apalachicola. Unfortunately, we do have to deal with some wet weather there. Now across the Sunshine State, Miami going to be seeing a very nice day for your day tomorrow. Good beach day for your Saturday. A day that won't be so nice for the beach will be your Sunday as we see the chance for storms roll in, and still an isolated chance at some storms for your Monday, but temperatures really go up to almost 90 degrees there. So get ready to need a pool if you don't want to sweat. Now in Tampa, we're going to see a very nice day again for the day tomorrow. Sunday's the day you're going to want to stay inside, maybe do church on Zoom. And then for Monday, you'll get back to some drier and even warmer weather getting into the 80s. If you want to head out to Disney World with our friend Mickey Mouse here, it's going to be very hot for the day tomorrow. You're going to want to apply that sunscreen for your day Sunday, the chance for storms before we dry out again for your Monday. Jacksonville, again, Sunday is that day you really don't want to be heading outside. But if you want to go to the beach tomorrow, 78 degrees, a little chilly, but you can do it. And here is that future cast really showing those storms moving into the area before they start fizzling out early Sunday morning. So chances are you'll get the worst weather for your day for areas in northern Florida. And into the day tomorrow, we have some hot weather for southern portions of the state. You really see where you get that cutoff in the Florida Panhandle from those storms, Elizabeth.
Yeah, so as we're taking a closer look at home, we see a few of these raindrops over our dock, over on the camera right now. It is currently 68 and we're seeing those storms. As we are looking at our I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
Yeah, well, we have our current almanac right now. We do have temperatures in the 70s, and I'll just pass it down so you guys can see. And we do have temperatures today did get up to 70 degrees. That's a little cooler than our average of 78 degrees. Nowhere near that record high of 94 degrees there today. I could finally stand up, don't have to squat, which is nice. And our current satellite and radar does show we have some storms moving into the region, so make sure you have an umbrella if you're heading out here in Tallahassee this evening. Even heavier storms as you head towards areas like Port St. Joe and Carabel. Some lightning strikes are in this as well. I know I woke up to some rumbles of thunder this morning. If you're in the Tallahassee area, you probably did as well. Currently, we are a little sunnier as you head towards the east. Areas like Perry and Valdosta in the lower 70s with that sun peeking out. Not seeing that sun, though, right now in Tallahassee and Quincy. Currently picking up some rain with temperatures in the low 60s. Our dew points pretty much muggy across the region. If you walk outside, you'll feel the air. And here's that future cast. We really start to see those significant storms. This could be one of the biggest severe weather events we've seen of the year in the area as we start to see that rain move into our area, probably more around mid-afternoon tomorrow. So you get towards that 3 o'clock time frame, you're going to want to head indoors, not be outside before we clear out for our Sunday morning, although we will have a chance for storms to persist. Here's that storm outlook for the area. What this enhanced brown shaded region really means is a 3 out of 5 chance of severe weather. a slight chance is about 2 out of 5 chances of seeing a severe storm for your Friday. And then this is how much rain we could be expecting. In some areas, this could be up to 6 inches, so that's quite a bit of rain. As we head into the week ahead, we will have a stormy weekend ahead, a little clearer on Sunday, more scattered chance of storms before we dry out for early next week, and the chance for storms returns for later next week. Tyler is at the desk, and he will be talking to us tonight about some severe weather with Melissa.
Thanks, Riley. Yeah, with all of the severe weather that's been going on in the southeast and will continue to go on and start to impact us here in Tallahassee, we figured that we'd talk a little bit more about it.
That's right. There's a potential for really severe weather in the coming, especially tomorrow, where the SPC has issued a moderate risk for severe weather, and we'll see that right there. Today, this is today's storm outlook with an enhanced risk for severe weather, mostly for that wind that we're seeing behind the storms.
Yeah, exactly. And where we're seeing that enhanced risk, or even that moderate risk, is in southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and starting to get into central Mississippi and western Alabama. But even if you're not in that moderate risk region, still could experience severe thunderstorms. So if you're really in any of these regions, you want to watch out. And here were the tornado chances for today. Really where you saw that moderate risk, the 10% chance of seeing a tornado, and then decreasing as we started to move away from that central Louisiana region.
But then your wind chances are really what we're looking at. You can see that 45% chance with severe risk, which means winds over 58 miles per hour in some areas.
Yeah, and we're going to have to watch out for some of those straight line winds as we get into tomorrow. For Tallahassee, could be very dangerous for the Florida Panhandle. And speaking of tomorrow, here's the SPC storm outlook tomorrow. Tallahassee's in that slight risk region, meaning there's about a 2 out of 5 chance of seeing a severe thunderstorm here in Tally. Doesn't mean we're going to see tornadoes or anything like that, but tornadoes could come from severe thunderstorms, so that's always something to look out for. The main risk is really going to be in the western Panhandle and southern Mississippi.
You see as that rain makes its way through, you see that bow echo coming through, and that indicates those strong winds behind that storm that we're needing to look out for. So something that could be potentially dangerous. It could even shape up to be a possible derecho, which is 58 miles per hour winds or higher over a distance of at least 240 miles.
Yeah, and
so
sorry.
It has the potential to be a really devastating event tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're expecting to see the thunderstorm activity start to get into our region around 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. It's not an exact time, but that's definitely right around where we could expect to see that come through. And we're going to see the storms stay in our region until around 6 or 7 p.m. before they move into central Florida.
That's right. So if you're in Tallahassee, there is an orienteering competition going on at Tom Brown Park. So make sure you're on the lookout for incoming severe weather, keeping your head up and staying tuned to your local forecast office to make sure that you're not going to get stuck in the middle of that wind storm or in the middle of a tornado.
Yeah, absolutely. But now let's shift our focus away from the southeast and talk about the big picture. We're going to look at the national forecast with David.
Yes, we're going to take a zoom out and look at the big picture here. It looks like the best place in the country might be the northwest, where they are under high pressure, and you can see the high pressure up there in the northwest. There's some, looks like some snow up here up there in Canada, but this seems to be the best spot, because when we look over here at the southeast, yeah, it's a hot mess. There's plenty of showers and thunderstorm activity associated with a warm front that's moving to the north, and there's a lot of energy out here associated with this upper level low, but there's another low that's going to dip down in here, and that's what's going to bring that severe weather threat to Tallahassee tomorrow. And currently, there's just some severe thunderstorm watches in place across eastern Texas over into parts of Mississippi. And so temperatures around the country right now, anywhere from 52 degrees up in Billings, 49 in Seattle. That's the cooler spots in the country. And as we come down into the plains, 70 degrees in Kansas City, 85 in Dallas, and down here in Miami, 78 degrees, and up in the northeast, if you're from Detroit watching us tonight, 73 degrees. And those dew points are on the high side across the Gulf states, 71 in New Orleans. This is some really muggy air, and that's what's fueling this line of storms that is moving through the southeast currently. If you want some drier air, go out west. Actually, -10 in Albuquerque. wow, that is a low dew point. And looking at the satellite, see that upper level low just spinning away up here near the Great Lakes. This is with the energy for that line of storms down in the southeast. And as that moves away, there'll be another system that will come through and provide more energy for this line of storms. As far as what's going on now, see this line moving up through Henderson and Danville, parts of North Carolina there. And there actually was a tornado warning for Halifax, Virginia, and near also, and right there on the border of North Carolina and Virginia. And you see this line moving across the southeast, Little Rock. It looks like you're out of the woods right now, but as this starts to bow, it's going to show that it's becoming more intense. You're going to have those straight line winds, as Tyler was saying earlier. And this is your severe thunderstorm watch area across Mississippi and into Alabama. And if you're living in the southeast, be sure to have a way to get your weather alerts. Futurecast shows that lines start to bow out, which means that there's going to be some strong winds ahead as that line comes through your area. Look at that upper level low just spinning up there in the northeast. All that energy just whipping through, and that's what's going to give us that severe weather threat for tomorrow. And as far as the SPC storm outlook, they showed us earlier, there is a moderate risk here across the southeast. As far as temperatures go across the country, you expect tomorrow's forecast to be pretty nice if you're not in the southeast, because we have lots of rain down here. But if you're up north, it looks like it's going to be a better day up there. So, Riley, what's going on with the weekend weather?
Yeah, David, and you look at that cooler weather behind the low that is bringing that severe weather, and you can only think, what is it going to mean for my lifestyle? So me and Elizabeth this evening, are going to give a little bit of an update on this upcoming weekend. And what do we got here, Elizabeth? We got the game, right?
Yes. So if you're gonna try to show out for the baseball team in
yeah, it'll be in Louisville.
Yeah, it's going to be 75 degrees, and it's actually going to be pretty nice at our first pitch at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. So, Elizabeth, if you want to go to that game, it's better that it's in Louisville rather than here at FSU, because our weather this weekend, not too nice. But a good news is our night out, we might actually see some clear coverage in the skies later in the evening tonight.
Yeah, so we are starting to see some of that rain. It is going to move out of the area, and we're actually going to see some pretty okay skies.
Yeah, for our night out.
Evening, yeah.
It's actually going to be a fairly nice night, and that humidity will keep it from feeling too cold. If you're walking your dog for the day tomorrow, the time to do it is in the morning, because as you head towards the noontime hour and after, that's when we will see the storms move in. Yeah,
if you are trying to show out for the spring game tomorrow, it might not be too good. We are going to be seeing those showers coming up right at at the kickoff.
At 5 p.m. So maybe if we want to get this game in, do it a little bit later. We might even lose some power with how significant some of these storms are. And Sunday morning, if you're going to church, you might want to bring that umbrella, some lingering showers for that morning there. Now, taking a look here at what we're seeing in Doak Campbell Stadium right now, 68 degrees with some thunderstorms. We see that ominous-looking sky just over Doak Campbell Stadium. Our current satellite and radar really showing that wet weather moving into the area, even some lightning strikes as you head farther towards the coast near Port St. Joe and Carabel. And our current temperatures across the region really showing a lot of upper 60s where we're seeing that rain, even low 70s where we see the sun peeking out this evening. Dew points are showing it's very humid as well. When you walk outside, you're going to be feeling it. And winds are pretty gusty across the area right now. Wind speed there of 20 miles per hour here in Tallahassee. And here's the big story, our future radar. Look at that line of nasty storms move in around the mid-afternoon hours tomorrow. Definitely some of these can be severe, as seen here in our severe storm outlook. Enhanced risk, 3 out of 5 chance of seeing severe weather just to the west of Tallahassee, a slight risk here in Tallahassee itself. So tonight, we will be seeing temperatures only dip into the low mid-60s across the region. That chance for storms does persist, even if we see conditions clear out from what they are right now. Into the day tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 70s and then we'll see the storms move in, really cool us off by around that 5 o'clock hour. If you're taking a look here at our marine forecast, the temperatures in the 70s, not the nicest day to go outside for your week ahead. This weekend is going to be a wet one into the early next week. We will be having temperatures, warm up as we see conditions clear out there. So those low 80s will return to the forecast if you want to do outdoor activities. Monday and Tuesday are the time to do those before we start to get those rain chances coming back into our forecast as we head to the middle and latter parts of next week. And those lows will get back up into the 60s as well in the middle of next week. So it's definitely going to be nice weather, not a washout any point really next week, and like we are going to be seeing this weekend. So unfortunately, this weekend will be a little bit of a bummer, Tyler, if you want to get out and do things, but next week looks to be your better bet to do those outdoor activities.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Riley. Tomorrow, going to see some storms moving through the region as we get into those mid-afternoon hours. So really, if you want to do anything, you got to get it done before noon. So unfortunately, if you're a college student, wanting to go to College Town, maybe go do the electric slide, go dancing, 6 feet apart, of course. Not really the best weekend to do it. But as we get into Monday and Tuesday, that weather will be a lot nicer. The sun finally starting to come back out. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to see the rain chances come back, but not quite the washout as we're going to see on Saturday, like Riley was mentioning. And those lows are going to start getting into the upper 50s, lower 60s now. So we're really shifting away from those cooler temperatures that we're even seeing last week and early parts of this week, starting to move towards more of those summer-like temperatures here in Florida. You're going to start seeing some of the sea breeze, rain, and thunderstorm action as we continue to get closer to summer. Really, here in Tallahassee and the rest of Florida, summer becomes pretty early. These hot temperatures are going to start to just rack up, and we're going to get into the 90s pretty soon here, probably late April, early May. That's just how it is here in Florida. But be sure to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSU Weather. You can also like us on Facebook as well, where we post updates every once in a while. And then you watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather every week starting at 6 p.m. And you can also follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather as well. So next week's going to be our last week of FSU Weather for the spring semester. So be sure to stay tuned into our show next week. That's all we have for you guys tonight. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sherrod. Have a great night, everyone.